Venice did not begin with marble palaces. It began in the shifting mud of a hostile saltwater lagoon, a place of refuge constructed by survivors who built an empire on salt, blood, and a ledger that never sleeps. By the 13th century, physical coins became too slow for Venice. The merchants created the world's first synthetic ledger system. Bankers sat at simple benches across the Rialto, writing debt transfers into leather book keys. At the peak sits the Council of Ten. Behind heavy doors inside the Doge's palace, they ruled in absolute secrecy. They were not elected, they were a corporate oligarchy protecting the ultimate ledger. In 1262, Venice did something unprecedented. They bundled their state debts into a single permanent public fund called the Monte Vecchio. Citizens were forced to buy bonds, earning stable interest while the state owned their wealth. With this weapon, Venice didn't need a massive land army. They could simply fund rival kings to tear each other apart. Debt, rather than swords, became their ultimate geopolitical tool of supremacy. To anchor this paper illusion, they minted the gold ducat. Its purity never changed, establishing the world's first universal currency standard. Venice controlled the global unit of measurement and value. At the Venetian Arsenale, warships were constructed at assembly line speeds. A complete war galley could be built in a single day. Venice's financial leverage was backed by the most lethal military machine on Earth. When their rivals in Genoa attempted to challenge free Venetian sea trade, Venice didn't just fight them. They orchestrated credit boycotts, freezing Genoese merchants out of every European gold vault overnight. By the late 16th century, the global trade routes shifted to the Atlantic, but the Venetian families did not lose. They quietly migrated their capital north, planting the seed of modern banking in Amsterdam. Today, miles of ancient records are kept safe in the archives of the Frari, countless ledger lines, recording every bribe, every loan, and the silent prices paid for the rise and fall of nations. The gold coins of the Doge may have thawed and vanished, but the central banking systems we use today were written in that lagoon. The modern economy is still running on 500-year-old software. Whenever a foreign king went bankrupt trying to pay back Venetian credit, the bankers did not forgive. They seized land, forests, salt mines, and tax monopolies, draining entire kingdoms of physical sovereignty. Silence was enforced by law. If a writer or merchant leaked the interest rates or council secrets, they did not receive a trial. They simply vanished into the black waters of the canal. The gold may have migrated north, but the ledger never closed. Subscribing ensures the audit continues.